Okay, well, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very good. How are you?
Okay, and would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Christina DeLaGarza, and I'm an EC6 generalist. That's my certification. I'm currently in first grade, and I absolutely love it.
What school were you placed?
I'm at Barclay Ruiz Elementary, and it's with SAISD, and it's a charter school based on learning styles.
Very good. Okay, Christina, as you know, I'm going to ask you some questions, and your answers are going to be shared with the next group of student teachers. Okay, here's your first question. What did you learn this semester about yourself and the act of teaching learning?
I think I learned a lot this semester. You learn a lot during your approaches, but you're there for such a short amount of time that you don't really get to bond with the students and see what school life and teacher life is really like between 8 and 3 all day long. And so with student teaching, you get really familiar with the routines and the procedures and the day-to-day kind of things that you do and you go through and you expect, and you get to know the students on that personal level. So you know every tick that every kid has and every preference that every kid has and the way your teacher teaches and the way other teachers teach, and you don't really get that when you're in your field work. So student teaching was a complete eye-opener for me, and I absolutely love it, and I think that this semester has taught me more than any of the semesters combined at UTSA. They do a great program of preparing you. It's a great program. They really give you the tools that you need to be successful in your student teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because there's so many of us at the school, there's like 10 of us, we really kind of bonded together because nobody knows what you're going through better than the people that are there going through with you.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully you get an awesome CT like I did, and
Mm-hmm.
they're so, responsive to your needs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so willing to give up their classroom
Uh-huh.
to let you learn and to let you make mistakes, because you will make them, and they'll be really big and they'll be really little, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody realizes that, and it's like, oh, don't worry about it. I made those mistakes too. You kind of push through it and you learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I really learned this semester is it's not so much about being perfect,
Uh-huh.
but learning from your imperfections.
Oh, well said. Very well said. Very well said. Okay, what would you have done differently this semester as a student teacher?
I think I would have come in not trying to be perfect all the time. Like, I'm a really big perfectionist, and you know that, and anybody that knows me knows that. And you kind of set these really high standards for yourself, which is good to have those goals,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still learning, and you need to remember that you are learning and you're here to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily my CT is a perfectionist like I am, so when I didn't do well or she didn't do well, she'd be like, oh, it was my fault. I didn't show you enough. You didn't see enough. It's my fault. And I was like, no, it's my fault. I didn't see enough. I didn't do enough. And I mean, you have to be prepared. Mentally prepare yourself
Uh-huh.
to have those lessons
Yes.
that will not go well.
Uh-huh.
And mentally prepare yourself for those really great lessons that you're like, wow, everybody got it. Everybody was engaged. I had fun. They had fun. And a lot of reflecting. I mean, I reflect on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be able to do that.
Yes.
Notice when your kids aren't getting it and fix it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And just go with it. Expect the unexpected. Have a backup plan. Have a backup plan for your backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the last minute, you're doing a weather lesson and there's no clouds in the sky, and you're doing a whole lesson on clouds and not a cloud to be seen.
Uh-huh.
So prepare things to supplement all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily I had supplemented, and I did have my cloud slides or my cloud PowerPoints. And don't panic. That's the biggest key, because if you panic, you lose everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What else? What would I do differently? I think I would have Googled a lot. As soon as I found out what grade level I was going to have,
Mm-hmm.
I would have started automatically Googling like any and all lessons, activities, centers, just going online and getting all the information I could ahead of time. That way it wasn't oh, hey, we're going to teach weather next week or in a couple of weeks. Maybe now I need to start looking for that information.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of anticipate what you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Anticipate those things.
Mm-hmm.
And anticipate staying really late.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of anticipated that I would be doing a lot of work and I would be here late. But my CT was in PBIS, which is the Behavior and Instructional Support System.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Courtesy Committee.
Mm-hmm.
And so those, and then PTA, and then
Mm-hmm.
you have to be prepared to stay till 4:30 for those meetings, and then even later
Mm-hmm.
to get what you need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would have, and stock up on Starbucks.
Okay. What advice do you have for the next group of student teachers?
Don't work during your semester of student teaching.
Mm-hmm.
I prepared in advance. I lucked out. I worked 2 jobs and I was exhausted all summer, but it's so much. And it's not difficult. It's not hard. It's just a lot of things to do
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of preparation
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things you want to do, and so you do them and then you're staying up even later. And with a job, there's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
Expect to have no social life outside of Lakeshore Learning and Target and sales bins
Mm-hmm.
and lessonplanpage.com and all other lesson planning areas. Don't plan on having a social life. And I mean, you don't need to. You're here for student teaching. You want to do well. This is a really pivotal point in your education. This is the make it or break it. So
Mm-hmm.
the world will survive 6 months without you. And I think that's the biggest. Don't try and work. And if you do, very, very few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Don't plan on going out. I didn't, and I'm fine. I'm still here. The world survived without me.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make your Facebook private. I set all of my security features to where unless you know my email, first name and last name, and all of my personal information, you can't find me. I deleted my MySpace because you never know who's looking or who has access. I mean, everybody here knows your name and your age.
Mm-hmm.
They've got all your paperwork in the front office. It's very easy to pull it up. Oh, who's Christina DeLaGarza in San Antonio?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what she's doing. Let's see what your picture is. And my picture's not even up there. I think I have a picture of like the zoo or something.
Mm-hmm.
But get rid of it. It's not worth jeopardizing your whole career over one ridiculous picture you put or one comment that can be misconstrued
Mm-hmm.
so easily in text.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth it. You've made it 3.5 years, 4 years, sometimes more to get here. I wouldn't even risk it.
Good advice.
Yeah, that would be the biggest. That and the not working.
Good advice. Good advice. Do you have anything else? Anything else that you want to say?
Depend on your friends.
Mm-hmm.
The student teachers here and I mean, like, we're like sisters now. You will practically live with them. You will live at the school.
Mm-hmm.
We should have joined the family plan for text messaging because it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning and we're texting each other, hey, when is this due? We don't have to stay late tomorrow, do we? Hey, where did you find that lesson plan? Email me that website you were talking about yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Lean on them. Nobody is going to know what you're going through better than the ladies and gentlemen that are going through it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Depend on your CT. Respect her and do anything for her. I mean, I did bulletin boards. I've done grading. I've done centers. I've done lots of things for my CT. But they don't have to have you here.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to help you with every little thing. And the better you treat them, the better they're going to treat you. Because really, you want to get along with your CT. Don't be one of those people that butts heads. It's already a difficult, stressful semester. You don't want to make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make it as easy and seamless as possible. So if that's one less thing you have to worry about, do the bulletin boards.
Mm-hmm.
Do the grading.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you need to do to get in good graces. Get to know your principal. Get to know the other teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And get used to people walking in all the time during your lesson. My
Mm-hmm.
door, we should have just taken off the hinges because the principal comes in and watches your lessons. The curriculum instruction coordinator comes in. People across the hall, people down the hall, people around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The counselor, the special education coordinator. Everybody will come in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it bother you. Just keep the focus on the kids and pretend that they're not there.
Exactly.
And good luck.
Very good. Very good. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Well, thank you very much. And
Thank you.
we know you're going to succeed.